Welcome back to another episode of That Sure Was a Movie. Today, if you can see on the video podcast, if you're not on video and you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, sorry. If you don't have visuals, head over to YouTube if you want some fun visuals. Right now we've got Remy on our shoulder.
Yeah.
So if that's of any indication of what we're going to be talking about this episode, you probably already read the title, so you already know. But if you didn't read the title and you just clicked on it because you're that much of a T-Swam fan, then appreciate that. And today we're obviously going to be talking about Pixar and Lightyear. So, but before we do that, let's talk about some movie news that's happened this week.
Yeah, we've had some interesting things happen in the entertainment and movie industry this week. One of the biggest things being the whole Ezra Miller issue, and he is continuing to cause a ruckus.
Yeah. Ezra, what are you doing?
What is this man doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like every single day it seems like there's something else. And okay, the funniest thing I have ever seen though is there's an article talking about his most recent doings. It says Ezra Miller kidnaps girl and vanishes. Like he's the Flash. Like he's too fast. Like they can't catch him. He just vanished. Flash, missing in crisis. Yeah. Ezra, come on.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think Warner Brothers is, I've been seeing like a mix as far as like articles go. I think Warner Brothers has finally given up and decided that it's time to get rid of him and recast the Flash.
I mean, the thing is, this upcoming Flash movie is like, it's not really gonna be like a normal Flash movie. So like, it kind of is the perfect opportunity to recast him because it's supposed to be like resetting everything. Like we're getting like multiple Batmans. So like Batmans. I don't know. Batman. Yeah, we get Ben Affleck coming back. Got Michael Keaton coming back. Yeah, it's gonna be So it's not gonna be normal like Flash movie. I mean,
yeah.
So give us Grant Gustin. That's what we want. That's what we want. Is it? I don't know. I don't know if that's what we want. I love Grant Gustin as the Flash. Those early seasons are great. But yeah, Ezra Miller, he vanished. Okay. If you're not on YouTube, I just put up a picture of Flash missing, vanishes in crisis, which they like teased through like the first 5 seasons of the Flash TV show. Just like Ezra Miller did. Well, Ezra, I hope you stop your
tomfoolery.
Yeah. Anyway,
moving on.
What else do we got in movie news this week? We got some crazy stuff actually this week.
Well, I think this was just announced yesterday or 2 days ago or something, but a director's been announced for the live action Hercules movie from Disney. And it's being directed by Guy Ritchie, who did he did Aladdin and the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. and The Gentleman. So yeah, that's coming up, I guess. I kind of forgot that was on Disney's live action docket.
Yeah, I will say Hercules is probably top 3 most underrated Disney movies, alongside Meet the Robinsons and I don't know. That might be it. That might be my 2. I feel like there's a 3rd one, but that might be a Pixar one now that I think about it. What do I always say is underrated Pixar? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, maybe we'll get into that when we
we might get into that later. But yeah, Hercules. I don't know. I mean, live action Disney, everyone complains about it, but whatever. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, who cares? Never watch it again. Honestly, I don't think any of them are that bad, like people are saying. Like Lion King, it's the same exact story. So like the story's not bad itself. The reason people say it's bad is because it's like live action lions. You can't like connect to them like you can an animated character, which is like completely valid, and I agree with that. But like it's also the same exact story. So like, I mean, it's fine. It's not great. I wouldn't watch it again because the original exists. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Beauty and the Beast was fine. I think Aladdin
I
was
enjoyed
fine.
that one. Yeah.
Like, Cruella was great, but that wasn't really like a remake. That was kind of like a spin-off, kind
Backstory
of
type thing.
whatever you call it. Yeah.
Prequel.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see where Hercules goes. I think Michael Bolton should play Hercules because his version of I Can Go the Distance, whatever that's called, so good, so good. It makes me ascend next to that song. It makes me feel like the SpongeBob meme. Let me pull this up.
Is it the one where he's floating?
Yeah, that man's voice is something. It's insane. Here we go. This is what I feel when I listen to Michael Bolton's version of that song. It is amazing. It's just amazing. But yeah. What else we got? We got some big news
Got some
about
news.
the greatest franchise of all time, right?
Yes, Paddington 3 has been officially announced, and we've got the director and the title. It's going to be titled Paddington in Peru, and it's directed by Dougal Wilson,
Mm.
I think. Which I did you say that he's not ever directed anything?
He's never really directed like a real like feature film, it seems like. Like he's done short films, he's done like really small like no, I think he's mostly done like commercials, short films, and like documentary stuff.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, I don't think he's never done a feature film ever. He's done music videos, he's done shorts, and that's it. He's never done a feature film ever. He's
Well,
never directed one.
he's got the greatest franchise of all time in
So
his
I
hand.
don't know where they found this guy. I don't know what made them decide to give him Paddington. Statistically the greatest franchise of all time. And when I say that, I'm actually not like exaggerating. Like it actually is. Like let's see. At this point, I think they've probably gone down a little bit, but let me look up the Rotten Tomato scores. At one point, they were both like 100. I think Paddington 1 was 99 for the longest time. Yeah. Paddington's 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Paddington 2 was 100.
Is
And
it
I think it's 99 now. Yeah, it's 99 now. Over through Citizen Kane as the greatest movie of all time, according to Rotten Tomatoes. Now it's kind of dipped back down to like a tie because of, for some reason, somebody decided to give it a rotten score, I guess. Probably Orson Welles came back and wrote a review on Paddington 2. That's my guess. Just because he was mad because his movie's garbage. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, the thing is with Paddington, this guy's never directed a feature film, but Paddington doesn't need any direction. Paddington is the greatest actor of all time.
Yeah.
And that bear can act, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't need direction.
No.
So
I mean, yeah. So I think the final piece of news that we have, which isn't like fresh news, came out like what, last week, I think.
Yeah, we've been kind of on a podcast delay here. So yeah, but we're still going to talk about this.
Yeah. So Joker 2 has been officially announced, and they're expecting it to be a musical, I guess.
Yep. Joker 2 is a musical, guys. You heard it here first. No, you didn't. You heard it here probably last. You're probably not even listening. Like, we're going to get, like, our 2 viewers that watch, like, the very beginning or maybe the very end. So you're probably not even listening to this part. If you are, thank you for listening. Or you just got really lucky and skipped forward to this exact part. But either way, if you click on our video, we appreciate you. But, yeah, Joker 2 is a musical. So that's insane.
Yeah.
that is probably one of the last things I ever would have expected ever, because Joker was like so dark and like, yeah, it's a musical. What
Yeah.
has happened? What is happening right now?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The thing is everybody was like, Joker does not need a sequel. Why are they making a Joker sequel? Just stop it with the Joker. No, we don't care. We don't want a Joker sequel. Okay, this is the justification of making a Joker sequel. Because yeah, the Joker ended where it's like, yeah, that can be a standalone movie. But doing something as insane as making the sequel a musical, I'm totally here for that.
Yeah,
I
it
would
should be
be in theaters day one, and I mean, regardless of what it was, I would have been in theaters day one. But still, this is insane. I can't believe it's going to be a musical. I can't even like
yeah.
what's going to happen. Like Lady Gaga is going to be in it playing Harley Quinn, which is cool. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Joker musical. I never thought I would see the day.
No.
Never.
I mean, it's going to be interesting for sure. I did not like the Joker movie at all, really. Um, but I will be seeing this one, and it'll definitely be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited. I loved Joker, so I'm excited to see Joaquin Phoenix again because I think he was amazing. And Lady Gaga, great
Yeah.
vocalist and great actor. So works for a musical, I guess.
Yeah.
Musical drama. I don't know what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be a comedy? Um, I don't know. What's the line? It's my life is nothing but a comedy. Yeah, my life is nothing but a musical. Here's my pitch for what Joker should be. So, Todd Phillips, I think you should rewrite the script. Um, here's what it should be. So, Arthur, he he forms a band, and this band is made up of other Jokers from other multiverses. And the band, they only play the song by Steve Miller Band, the Joker. That's my pitch. Or Lady Gaga's in it. So you could do Joker Face. Yeah. I had to throw that in there. If you follow us on Instagram, you probably already saw our stories on that, but they're gone now. I should have saved those. Those are pretty good. But anyway, that's crazy. I still can't believe it, but it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
So, all right. One more thing about movie news, but this kind of leads us into our topic for today. Lightyear has not done great at the box office. Opened at 51 million domestic, I believe. Yeah, 51 million opening, which isn't terrible, but it's also not great. Um, let's see. So it ranks as one of the lower starts for Pixar, behind Cars 3, which came in at 53 million, and ahead of The Good Dinosaur and Onward, which were 39 million, which I don't even know if well, I guess you can. Yeah, Onward had I think it had its one opening weekend. But I feel like part of this is because people have been so used to watching Pixar on Disney Plus.
Hmm.
And they're like, "Well, just watch it on Disney Plus." Well, it's not on Disney Plus, so you can't do that. So you had to see it in the theater, but I don't think people realize that, and they're probably like, "Well, we'll just see it on Disney Plus." Well, no, it's not on Disney Plus. But we've been so accustomed to that recently because we haven't seen a Pixar movie in theaters since Onward, which I don't even really want to count that because it only had its opening weekend, I think. I think it only was there for 1 week.
I think
And then-
before that, the last one to be there was Toy Story 4. So,
Wow, that was a long time ago.
a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, Onward I think had 1 weekend and then the world shut down.
Hmm.
Like I didn't even see it in theaters. Like I would have. Well, I remember I was busy that 1 week of that opening weekend. I was really busy, But had I known there would be like a global pandemic that would shut the world down, I would have been there opening weekend if I knew the world was going to shut down, but it wasn't there. But yeah, that was like the last one in theaters, but I don't even count that. So yeah, Toy Story 4,
That's insane.
a long time ago. So everybody's watched Pixar at their homes on Disney Plus. So that's probably the biggest reason. Because like a Lightyear movie after all these years, you would think that would do amazing in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because you'd get all the kids who are kids now, but you also get people our age who like grew up with Toy Story, like when it like came out. So like, I don't know,
I
but
think a lot of people had an issue with Chris Evans being Buzz instead of Tim Allen, which
well, yeah. Here's the other thing: you do have your people who are like boycotting the movie for, yeah, for Tim Allen, for the, yeah, the LGBTQ characters,
mhm.
all that, yeah. So that's probably, sadly, a good number of people that are just not going to watch it. Um, but I don't know. It's not doing terrible, so I'm interested to see the drop this weekend. Cause yeah, it came in second to Jurassic World this last weekend, which Jurassic World is in what? It's second weekend? Is it a third weekend? Maybe second, right?
Um,
Probably second.
yeah, because it opened on the 10th, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Um, Top Gun Maverick though, still doing incredible numbers. It's insane. Let's share my screen right now. Yeah. So Top Gun Maverick has been out for what? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? So it's been a month. It's probably been three
It's
weeks.
like Memorial Day weekend, so it's getting there.
Yeah, it's
Well,
about 3 weeks.
yeah.
So Top Gun Maverick, 44 million last weekend. Only a 15% drop on like week 3. That's pretty insane. Like it almost beat Lightyear. Uh, Doctor Strange, still doing some numbers. Not really. It's 4 million, but only a 14% drop from last weekend, which it's been out for a long time, so that's still pretty good. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Lightyear not doing great. Not a bomb, I don't think, but could be better. Anyway, well, let's just get into the discussion of
Yeah.
how's the movie. Yeah. So Lightyear is about, so back in 19 whatever, Andy said he wanted this toy, and he wanted this toy from his favorite movie. Well, Lightyear is that movie, as they have been marketing, and you will see that in the first 1 second of the movie. So I'm just gonna start this off by, we're gonna get into spoilers.
Yeah.
It's a podcast, so we really can't talk for an hour about a movie without spoilers. I know we don't talk about for an hour for all these, but we're gonna spoil every single movie we talk about. So if you haven't seen Lightyear, this is your chance. Don't
Click.
watch the podcast. Go watch Lightyear first, then come back and watch the podcast. Please. You're probably not listening right now. You're probably not hearing this part of the video. But if you are, here's what we think about Lightyear. So Lightyear is, I thought it was great. I loved it. The fact that this movie exists is the coolest thing in the world to me. I grew up loving Toy Story. I watched Toy Story so much. And a movie about Buzz Lightyear, I was always so interested in like who Buzz was. Like, because like we obviously in Toy Story, we get the toy version. We don't get to see his, like he thinks he is Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger, until Woody screams at him and he realizes. And I always wanted to see like Buzz like as the Space Ranger. I was always so interested in that. And the fact that this movie exists like makes my entire childhood.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I also thought it was very good. I was a little worried going into it because I had seen like a lot of negative reviews, but I know it was mostly for people that were just boycotting it for other reasons. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it a solid 4 stars, and Socks was fantastic little sidekick. Yeah,
Yeah, Socks is hilarious. I love Socks. Socks is Buzz's robot cat in the movie. He helps him out throughout. And yeah, I thought it was great. I loved it. A lot of people, I've basically seen pretty much everyone give it a 4 star that I know, or most people give it 4 stars, which yeah, it's really good. It's not the best Pixar movie,
no,
not even close, really, but
it's like mid
it's
Pixar, I
mid-tier
feel.
Pixar for me, I think. We'll get into our tier list here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but I gave it a 4.5 just because I was just like so happy that I'm seeing a Buzz Lightyear movie. I think that was so cool. Maybe it doesn't deserve a 4.5, but it does to me. Chris Evans was great. It's hard
Yeah.
to replace Tim Allen, which, because I mean, his voice is so iconic. But again, this is the movie about the character that inspired the toy. So
Yeah.
get over it, people. Chris Evans does a fine job.
Yeah, one thing that I thought about was like the whole thing of people boycotting it because it wasn't Tim Allen, and like, you have the toy and then you have the movie character. And like the one thing that I thought of, for example, was like Star Wars toys. And like I know Adam Driver doesn't do a lot, if any, of like the voice things that go into doing like either stuff at Disney parks or like the voice boxes you would put in a toy or whatever, but people still buy them
Yeah.
and go to those
Mhm.
rides and stuff.
The
It's
thing
like,
is,
you know,
yeah, the thing is about that, like, it's not like Chris Evans is doing a Tim Allen impression,
yeah.
where a lot of the toys they will get like all the Woody toys is Tom Hanks's brother.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Um, a lot of Woody stuff is his brother.
Interesting.
Um, so yeah, like it's weird at first, like when they first announced it, like it's like Buzz not being Tim Allen. I
Mhm.
feel like that's so weird. Like, but I was never like against recasting. Um, now if it were Tim Allen, would that have been better? I mean, it's Tim Allen, Buzz Lightyear. He is Buzz Lightyear, so like that would have been great. That would have been cool. But I really don't care. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
literally fine. Um, but yeah, I don't think that's a problem. It
No.
was interesting how it went in a direction I didn't think they would go.
Mhm.
I'm not sure how I feel about it still.
Yeah.
So basically throughout the movie, Buzz they fail on this mission because Buzz crashes the ship and they're stuck on this planet. And when you've it's kind of explained in the trailer, but basically he has to get up to hyperspeed. And as he tries to do this, he loses like 4 years of his life because time for him, he ages slower than everybody back on that planet when he's in space and going that fast. So he keeps trying this because he's Buzz Lightyear and he won't give up on this mission and he wants him and his partner, what's her name? Hawthorne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, to be space rangers again. And they want to get back to their planet, not stuck on this other planet with crazy creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
And he keeps failing. And eventually we see him basically lose all the people he knew because they age and like literally die because they're so old, but he's still like basically the same age. And he ends up going way farther in the future eventually. And it's Hawthorne's granddaughter, like 20 years later. And that's kind of where like the rest of the movie starts. Like they form this team and Buzz tries to get up to hyperspace is Star Wars. But anyway, yeah, we get Zurg eventually once we're 20 years in the future. Zurg has like had these robots attack everybody and stuff. And in Toy Story, we know that Zurg says the Darth Vader line that he's Buzz's father. So I'm like, that's where they're gonna go with that because that's what they said in Toy Story.
Yeah.
And then when he gets out of the Zurg, whatever you call it,
Suit armor.
armor, yeah.
Jig.
It looks exactly like Buzz, and he says, "Dad." So I'm like, yeah, that's his dad. But then this is where I didn't think it would go. It's not his dad. It's Buzz.
Himself.
It's another one. There's two Buzz Lightyears. Now,
Significantly older.
after seeing the movie, I'm still not sure why or how there are two Buzz Lightyears.
Yeah.
That part was a little confusing. I feel like they didn't really explain that. They
Mhm.
kind of just said, "Yeah, there's two of us." I feel like that's as much explanation as we got.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
so confused on that front. I don't know if they're gonna clear it up in a sequel that seems like was being teased in the end.
Yeah, there are 3 post-credit scenes, so stick around for those. The very last one, which you wouldn't think is gonna be another scene because it like does all like the Disney and Pixar like logos, and then there's another scene at the very end. It's Zurg, aka Buzz 2. Like the lights come on in his eyes. So I don't know if they're teasing another Lightyear movie
I don't know.
or if that's just a fun little thing to say, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not one of those people who gets mad over things changing or not being exactly how they were supposed to be and things, because whatever. But it is a little weird. That was my least favorite part of the movie, I think.
Yeah.
But
I think so too.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the whole way through. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
What-
I really enjoyed it. I didn't get bored at any point.
No.
Um,
The perfect runtime, as every Pixar movie basically is.
yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those movies where it's not like you're not gonna get like the super deep and like make you, I don't know, what Pixar's kind of known for,
Yeah.
but
Just
like
just
you can't really do that with Lightyear. So like it's a Buzz Lightyear movie. Come on.
right.
I don't know. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
So
I really enjoyed it. I feel like it gets too much hate and, you know, just go and enjoy it, have a good time.
yeah,
Turn your brain off for an hour and 45 minutes and
exactly. Go to the theater because that's the only place you can see it. If it ever does come on Disney Plus soon, when it's still in theaters, still go see it in the theater. They probably won't put it on Disney Plus for a while though.
yeah.
But yeah, turn your brain off and go back into your childhood. That's
Pretend
my
like you're 6 again.
yes. This movie will make you feel like you're 6 again. It was great.
Yeah.
Don't have a ton to say about it because it's a pretty straightforward movie. There's really nothing to go into, but yeah, I thought the emotions were good. Thought the story was good. It's funny.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi's character made me angry. He was funny, but like he kept ruining everything. He just kept messing up.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, it's like, come on, dude. Like, come on. So, yeah. Yeah. That's kind of all I have to say about it. I don't have anything else to say about it.
Yeah, I really don't have that much either. Just that it was enjoyable and then I think people should go see it and don't wait for it to go on Disney Plus because you know, just going to the theater is a fun, good time, and it's a better way to shut your brain off, and you don't have the distraction of looking at your phone every 2 seconds. And yeah,
And if you're at AMC, you get to see Nicole Kidman. Yep.
yes,
Savior of cinema, right?
amen.
We actually saw Nicole Kidman twice on her birthday.
Yes,
So happy birthday, Nicole Kidman.
happy birthday, Queen of Cinema.
Absolute legend. So that kind of takes us into our next segment, which is the tier lists, the fun part.
Tier list.
Right. Let's get started with Maeve. You're doing your tier list first.
Yes. Alrighty. Okie dokie. So we are doing a full Pixar tier list, everything from Toy Story to Lightyear. So, alrighty, we're going to start with A Bug's Life, and I have not seen A Bug's Life since I was probably like 5 years old or something, so I don't really remember it that well. Remember it being good, so I'm just gonna put it in the good tier. I don't really remember that much about it, but I feel like I should rewatch it soon because I haven't seen it in a really long time. Okay, this is my hot take. Everyone hates on Brave, but I love Brave. I think it's really good.
Love.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That being said, I don't think it's great.
But then you don't love it if you don't think it's great.
Okay. See, I contradict myself a lot when I speak.
Yeah, you can't say you love something if you don't think it's great.
Okay, I'll say it this way. I loved it as a kid when it came out. Okay, it's gonna go in the good category. I know that's a hot take because a lot of people think it's one of Pixar's worst movies, but I really enjoy it, and I don't care what other people think. And then we got Cars 2. Wait, why is... Okay, never mind. These are all in alphabetical order, I guess, but Cars is underneath Coco, and that doesn't make sense alphabetically. All right. Well, anyways, Cars 2. I don't enjoy Cars 2. I have seen it once, and I didn't feel the need to see it again because I just did not enjoy it at all. And I think it might be the only one on this tier list that winds up in the bad category. Like, I don't want to say any Pixar movie is bad, but like that one just stands out as being not at all good to me. So that's where that one's gonna sit. Cars 3. I enjoyed Cars 3. No, not the best Pixar movie, but after Cars 2, I was really worried that it was just gonna be absolutely awful. Yeah, I also haven't seen it since it came out, I don't think. Maybe I've seen it once since then. But I think it goes in the okay category. Not great.
I have some strong opinions about that movie.
Oh boy. I'm sure we'll be getting into that. And Coco, I think it's good. I think it's overrated, but I enjoy it. I like the music in it. I thought it was visually impressive when it came out because I was still when we were getting into the very incredibly realistic looking. Yeah, well, I don't know if incredibly realistic is the way to describe it, but just when animation was starting to get really, really impressive, I guess. So that's gonna go in the good category for me. Okay, and Cars. I love Cars. I think it's great. Got a great soundtrack. That's going in the great category for me. What's the oh my gosh, what is his name? He's like the hippie van. Is it Fillmore or something?
Yeah.
I love Fillmore. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. Fillmore, and he's the little blue guy that works in the tire shop. Guido or something. I don't know. I like him too. But Cars is great. Love that movie. Finding Dory. I know a lot of people don't really like this movie, but I think it's fine. I enjoyed it. I looked forward to it when it was coming out. I remember this was like one of the whole slew of Pixar sequels that was announced, and a bunch of people got excited about because it was like all the movies we grew up with that were coming out with all these sequels. So I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it in the good category. Next, Finding Nemo, automatically in the all-time category. This is just one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it. I watched it a lot growing up. I do want to rewatch it at some point soon because I've been wanting to rewatch a lot of Disney movies, and I just love Finding Nemo. It's really good. I feel like the early days of Pixar are just automatically put in the all-time category, but yeah, good stuff. I relate to Dory. My short-term memory. Um, Next we have Inside Out. I loved this movie when it came out. I remember being shocked by it because I felt like it was different for Pixar and it was a lot deeper and more had more I don't know how to phrase this. It was like made for families but had a lot more things in it that adults would understand more than kids, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. I
So,
mean, that's kind of how Pixar that's kind of what they're
yeah,
famous for, so.
that's true. Yeah. I'm gonna put that in the great category. Um, Gosh, the scene with Bing Bong still so sad. So sad.
Yeah. Very, very sad.
Luca. I really enjoyed Luca. I think I've watched it a few times since it came out. I just really like the overall look of it and the color schemes. I love yeah, just a fun summertime movie, I guess. I'm not gonna put it in the great category, but I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Monsters Inc. I love Monsters Inc. I don't know if it goes in the all-time category. Ooh. Actually, it might. Yeah, I think it goes up there. I love Monsters Inc. And that was another one that I used to watch a lot as a kid, and yeah, I think that deserves to be in the all-time category. Monsters University, I think, is underrated and gets too much hate.
Yes.
I really like this movie, and
great.
I remember watching it first day it came out in theaters, and I loved it.
Yep.
That
I don't
being
want to
said,
say too much because I don't want to like spoil my tier list. So
yeah.
that's why I'm kind of just like sitting here. But we can get into more discussion once I do mine, I guess.
I'm just gonna stick it in the good category for now. I feel like a lot of these are just gonna wind up in the good category, but I'll finalize it at the end and you know. Onward, I thought it was just okay. I wasn't too thrilled with it or too thrilled with it. I don't know. I was looking forward to it when it came out, but then when I watched it, I was just like, it's okay. It's just it's another Pixar movie. I don't know. Maybe it's great, and maybe I need to rewatch it. But yeah, I forgot that had Tom Holland and Chris Pratt in it, didn't it?
Yep.
Forgot about that. Okay, next we got Ratatouille. Got my rat here, and I have many other Ratatouille things in my abode. So that's gonna go into the all-time category. I love this movie, and I don't know. I just love it. I've loved it since it came out. Watched it all the time as a kid. Still love watching it in my 20s. Yeah, good stuff. Love Remy. Has a great soundtrack too.
Yes. Michael Giacchino.
Michael Giacchino just knocks it out of the park with his scores.
So good. Did Lightyear too.
He did do Lightyear. He's done a lot of stuff this year so far, actually.
He's been killing it lately.
Yeah. Next up, we have Soul. I think Soul belongs in the great category. That's like an existential crisis movie for me. And it like makes me go deep into my thoughts every single time I watch it, which is why I don't watch it often. Which I think I've seen it only twice. But I am so mad that this movie only debuted on Disney Plus.
Would have been so good in theaters.
It would have been so good in theaters, especially with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's
Oh my God.
score would have been fantastic in Dolby.
Yeah, I've been trying not to say a lot, but I will say this about Soul. You mentioned earlier how Inside Out's like made for families, but like adults can like get more out of it. See, that's kind of like what Pixar is known for. So like a lot of their movies do that. But
Mm-hmm.
Soul's like I feel like one of the only ones where it specifically feels like it's made for adults
Yeah.
and kids probably won't even like it because that's kind of the reactions. Like kids don't even really like this movie, but adults love it.
Yeah.
So that I feel like that's like the only one that's like very extreme in that way that it's like almost feels like it's targeted for adults.
Yeah. Then we have The Good Dinosaur. It's okay. I have nothing else to say about it other than that. I've watched it once and don't feel the need to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to say any more about that. Incredibles 2. I enjoyed it. Not enough to put it in the great category, but I thought it was good. Thought it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really remember all that much about it because I probably haven't seen it since the year it came out. Yeah. Incredibles, great. Haven't seen it in a while, but it's good stuff. I love it.
Interesting placement for that one. Interesting placement.
Yeah, I know your opinions on that.
Okay.
Turning Red, I think it kind of just falls under the okay category. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. Four Town is awesome, but I don't feel the need to see it again. Yeah, kind of forgot that it was a Pixar movie.
It just came out and we're already forgetting about it.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's kind of been like the theme of like Pixar lately. It's like
Yeah.
they're just playing it safe with good animation.
Yeah. No, okay. Now we're hitting all the Toy Story movies. I think the first Toy Story, all time,
Yeah.
great, nostalgic. Watched it all the time as a kid. I still love watching it now. Yeah, that and Toy Story 2. Ooh, does Toy Story 2 belong in all time? I don't. I think I'm gonna put Toy Story 2 at great because I do love it, but I don't know if I love it enough to put it in the all-time category.
Mm.
I don't know. Toy Story 3 is the other Pixar movie that I just really don't remember that well. I've only seen it once, and it was when it came out, so it's been a really long time. So that's gonna have to go in the good category for me. Toy Story 4, I'm wearing a Forky shirt. I love Forky. I don't love Toy Story 4, but I'm not going to put it in the bad category because I think Cars 2 is the only one that deserves to be in the bad category.
Wait, you were considering it in the bad category?
No.
Okay, but why would you even mention that if you didn't think it had a
I
possibility?
don't know. I'm just saying it's like lower on my Pixar list, but I'm not going to put it in bad because I don't think it's bad, but it's not my favorite.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So that one's going in the okay tier list or in the okay list. We have Up. I love Up.
Good afternoon.
I love Up. I'm gonna put it in the great category, even though it's not like the most entertaining Pixar movie for the entirety of the movie. But yeah, first 5 minutes, heartbreaking. Wally, I'm gonna put that in the great category. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do really enjoy it. Yeah. Not much more. I don't have much more to say about Wally, other than that I really enjoy it.
All right. Now I will be doing my tier list. Let's see. Okay. So, starting off, kind of harder to see mine. All right. So we have A Bug's Life. Yeah, this is one where I haven't seen for years either. I've been wanting to rewatch this one specifically just so I can update my ranking list and all that. But I watched this a lot as a kid. I think I had this on VHS. That's fun.
Ooh.
Um, I don't know. I'll put it in the good tier. I used to love this movie. The animation's bad in some parts. It looks like PS2 cutscenes. Um, but I think it's good if I remember right. I used to love it. Um, Brave. Yeah, I don't love this movie, but I do think it's a little underrated. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It's not any more than okay to me. Um, yeah, I mean, it's fine. Nothing great, but don't have much to say about it. I don't like how they turned the mom into a bear. It's fun, but kind of ruined the story. Um, Cars 2, another one I haven't seen since it was in theaters. I don't want to put it in bad because I don't know. I feel like it wasn't bad. It was bad, but it wasn't bad. We'll keep it in bad just to separate it. Well, yeah, just to separate from the rest of them. It'll go in bad. Cars 3. I have a lot to say about this movie.
Hmm.
Cars 3 makes me pretty upset because I'm putting it in okay. See, the thing is, it's good until the last like 30 minutes because the way they do it is it focuses on Lightning McQueen for like the entirety of the movie, and then we get to the race at the end, and he just like gives up, and then Cruz takes over for him, which like the point of the whole entire movie leading up to that point is like don't ever give up. Like they may have this new technology in your old Lightning McQueen, but you shouldn't give up because you can still do it. And then he just gives up. And Cruz finishes in the race, and then they still give the win to Lightning McQueen. Like, no, dude, you dropped out of the race. You gave up. You don't deserve the win. Like what? Come on. That that ruins the whole point of what they're trying to get across. And I don't know, like it's a good movie up until that point. I will say one of the best teaser trailers of all time is Cars 3. That first teaser where it looked like it was going to be dark and like he was crashing, that was insane, but it wasn't dark at all, which is kind of annoying. If I would have made that a really dark movie, that would have been so good. But no, it was fine, and then they ruined it with the ending. So I think it's gonna go in okay. I hate to put it there because it was good until the end, but Coco's good. It's overrated. I think it's great. No, I don't. I don't think it's great. I think it's good. I don't know. A lot of people say this is the best Pixar movie. I'm like, how? Like what? Like the music's good. The animation's incredible. Looks insane.
Mhm.
Um, I love the culture stuff that they explore. The villain though, so predictable. Like it's the classic Pixar villain where it's like, yeah, these people are gonna help you, but clearly they're the villain the entire time. You know it's coming. But I don't know. It's good. I want to rewatch it because I want to give it another chance. I just didn't love it. I thought it was good though. It was really good. Cars. Cars is great. I don't know where the Cars hate has come from in the past few years.
I
Like,
don't
why does this movie get so much hate nowadays? Like, oh my gosh, this is one of the most nostalgic movies for me. I watched this so much growing up, and I still think it's great. I don't care. Nostalgia plays a big factor in Pixar rankings for me. So, but even now, I think it's great. I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I don't know. I don't know why the world decided let's all say Cars isn't that good.
Hmm.
Usually people like Cars. Like nobody's saying it's terrible, but everybody's like it's not that good. Well, it is that good. I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. Finding Dory. Hmm. put in the good. I don't like this movie that much, but it's fun to see the characters again, I guess. It's forgettable. It's not that forgettable, I guess. I don't know. I just didn't love it. It's fine, but it's like the same plot, basically, just less fun. I don't know. We'll keep it for good for now. Might change later. Finding Nemo is obviously all time. It's one of the best movies ever made, probably top 15 ever made, to be honest. Yeah, it's just great, amazing, all time. It's an all timer. The emotions, incredible. The animation, incredible. Yes. Inside Out, great. I do want to rewatch this movie. I've been wanting to rewatch this for so long because I have only seen it one time.
Really?
I've only seen it one time.
Interesting.
Why is that interesting? Out of all the Pixar movies,
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know why that's interesting to me.
Because that kind of came out later. Like I wasn't a kid when it came out. I was in high school, I think. Yeah, I actually watched this movie for the first time. I was in study hall. I think it was at my freshman or sophomore year of high school. That was the first time I watched it. It was like the last week of school, and we had like the strictest study hall teacher. Like, you literally do study hall. Why are you being so mean to people? Like, geez. And then she puts on a movie the last week, which is surprising. And it was Inside Out. And back then, I didn't really keep up with Pixar like super closely like I do now. Like I guess I've seen every single one of them up to that point, but I guess I never did just didn't care about Inside Out, and I just didn't see it in theaters. So I watched it in study hall instead, I guess. When the study hall teacher, do you call it a teacher? The teacher, the teacher that was the person who yelled at the class in study hall of all places, put it on, and I was just watching it because I had nothing else to do. And I'm like, whoa, that was amazing. Was not expecting that at all. Like, that was one of the biggest surprises I have ever had watching a movie. Might be the biggest surprise. Was not expecting to be that good. Yeah, it was sad. Sad stuff there. It's great. I do see Bug's Life and Inside Out are like the two that I need to rewatch to like really have my opinion on these. Be like, I can be confident about it because I say Inside Out is like one of the best Pixar movies, like top 5 probably. But I don't know if I can say that. I've only seen it one time. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I do need to rewatch it. Luca, kind of an unpopular opinion, but I think it's great. I love Luca. It's simple, but I thought it was great. Kind of underrated. Yeah, Monsters Inc. all time, one of the best movies ever made. Monsters at Work is one of the most underrated shows of all time. That went like over everybody's head. Like, nobody talked about Monsters at Work, but every episode was so good. And it's getting a season 2. We forgot to mention that earlier too. Yeah, Monsters at Work is so good, and you should watch it if you haven't seen it. It's great. Not enough people talk about it. Monsters Inc. though, it's great. It's all time. It's one of the best movies ever. Yeah. Monsters University. This is another one. People don't like this movie. I don't know why. I think it's good. I love this movie. I don't know. I said you can't say you love a movie if you don't think it's great. But you know what? I take that back. I love this movie, but I don't think it's that good. But I do love it. I think it's great. But it's in the good tier, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I can't put in good or in great because it's like it's not gonna be close to what these ones in the great tier are. But like, I like it. I like it a lot. Speaking of, I've got an announcement to make. So after all the offers, I really appreciate it. But I've decided to attend Monsters University. That's where I will be taking my talent. No, doing a college recruitment style there for a second. I just had to do that. Anyway, onward. I think this one is also underrated. I think it's good. I like Onward a lot. It's not great, kind of forgettable, but I thought it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm still disappointed I didn't see it in theaters though that opening weekend. Um, Ratatouille. See, this is where I get in trouble because I always say I think Ratatouille is great. I think it's like number 7 on my Pixar ranking. Um, getting a call there. No, don't need to call you right now. So Ratatouille gets me in trouble for whatever reason because people can't understand this. But I always say film students specifically um, think this is like the greatest movie of all time, and like it's not to me. Like it's not even close to Monsters Inc. or Nemo, Finding Nemo, or some of these others that I'll talk about later. But I love it. I think it's great. I think it's one of the most underrated movies outside of film students. I don't know why film students just like all think this movie is so good. It's weird.
I don't either. Like, I love it, but I don't understand, like,
I don't think it's weird that
specifically.
no, that's what I mean. Like I don't think it's weird that someone would love it because I can see why somebody can love it that much. But like it's weird that Ratatouille is like film students specifically. Like
Yeah.
that's the one movie that like they tend to all agree on. Which
Yeah.
I don't think it's that good. I think it's great, but like I love it. I got Remy right here. Yeah, so it's great. Les Festines, however you say that, I can't speak French, but that's such a good song. Anyway, moving on to Soul. Soul's great. I love Soul. A lot of people kind of hated on Soul. Not a lot. A lot of people loved it, but like I think it's amazing. The music is incredible. Not only the Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor score, said that backwards, but Atticus, you deserve to be said first sometimes. Anyway, yeah, Nine Inch Nails Pixar score. Okay, but yeah, it's great. The score is great. Not only by them, I got sidetracked. But yeah, not only the Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross score is great, but the jazz music's incredible too.
Mm-hmm.
And the John Batiste stuff, yeah, great stuff. But the story itself is great. It's great, yeah. Like I said earlier, it's like felt like this was made for adults, like, which is crazy for a Pixar movie. Like I know a lot of kids don't like it. But yeah, the animation is insane. Like the stuff like in the actual like Earth world looks incredible.
Yeah.
The lighting in that movie is so good. But yeah, I think it's great. I don't love how he turns into the cat, but it's fun. It's fun. That's kind of the whole point, though. Anyway, The Good Dinosaur is another one. It's okay. Why are you hating on it? It's not that bad. Come on, it's not that bad. Like, I don't know. I think it's fine. Like the emotions are this. It's kind of emotional sometimes. Like it's not the most emotional Pixar movie, but like it works. It works. Come on, people. It's not that bad. Come on. I watched it because like that was like one of the last ones I watched. Like I really wanted to do like a Pixar ranking on my Letterboxd, and like there were 2 movies that I just never seen. It was The Good Dinosaur and Brave, and I've just always heard those are like the worst above Cars 2, of course, but like everybody's like thinks those are bad. So I was expecting both of those to be bad. They're like, no, they're fine. They're fine. But, you know, I don't know. It's fine. Yeah. Stop hating on everything. Just because it's not Finding Nemo doesn't mean to hate on it. I think it's fine. Whatever. Okay, so to resume, we've had to cut this recording a lot because Wave.video has been mean to us, and their free version has now only allowed us to record 15 minutes at a time. So apologize for all the cuts, but you've probably not watched the whole video anyway. Okay, Incredibles 2, another one that's great. I love Incredibles 2. I forgot how much I liked it, like when I rewatched it. It was like it's really good. It's all the same characters that you love, and they're all doing the same. I don't know. It's great. It's kind of underrated actually. It's actually very underrated. People forget this movie was good, but not as good as one of the greatest movies ever made, The Incredibles. It is the best Pixar movie, and it's not even close. It's actually pretty close. Finding Nemo was also great, but The Incredibles is amazing. It's literally a superhero spy movie, which is so cool, and the score is insane. Like James Bond music with James Bond style movie with superheroes. It's literally the coolest thing ever created. And I don't know, does the next James Bond um need superpowers? Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Um but yeah, it's great. It's one of my favorite movies ever made. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And we go from that movie to Turning Red, which is a big drop. Turning Red's okay though. It's not good. I mean, it's not great. It's okay. I think the 2000 stuff was kind of cool, but yeah, it's a familiar story. Um, we've seen a lot of movies about people turning into giant red pandas, so I'm just kidding. It's familiar because it's like the strict parent won't let their kid do this thing, so they get rebellious and go anyway. But yeah, it's nothing really more than that, which it does a fine job at. Four Town is great. Phineas and Billie Eilish killing the game like usual. Yeah, I would go to a Four Town concert. Yeah, don't really want to spend more time on Turning Red. It's kind of forgettable, even though it literally just came out. Toy Story is an all-timer. Toy Story is so hard to like rank for me because I think they're all great. I think they're all at least great. I love Toy Story. I think I used to always say Toy Story 2 is the best, but I think I've come to realize that Toy Story is the best. Just because I love Sid. I think Sid is the best villain out of all of the movies. Toy Story 2 used to be my favorite. I think I'm gonna put it in great. I just I don't know. It's so good. The song with Jessie when she's talking about her,
God.
it's so good. I just don't love the prospector as the villain that much.
Yeah.
It's the classic Pixar villain where it's like, yeah, it's the friend the whole time, but it turns out to be the villain, which is a good way to reveal a villain. But like after so many movies, it gets like predictable, which like this is like kind of the first one that kind of did it. But oh, I forgot to mention with Incredibles 2, I saw that villain coming from a mile away. It's like the second that was so predictable, but I think it was still a really good villain. But yeah, oh, I forgot to mention Syndrome too. I love Syndrome. Syndrome is such a good villain. I will say the backstory of the Screenslaver from Incredibles 2 was probably better than Syndrome. Like their motivation to be a villain was definitely better, rather than Mr. Incredible just saying, "No, I won't let a child help me fight crime," and then become a supervillain because of that. But Syndrome's a much better character in my opinion. But I forgot to mention that. Toy Story 2, I love it. Oh, I don't know. I really want to put all time, but I'm gonna keep it here. Toy Story 3, also great. I've seen this movie so many times, and I like never want to rewatch it. I don't know why, but I think it's still amazing. It's like they were literally sitting there, holding hands, just accepting they're all gonna burn to death, burn alive, and die. That's so sad. This is a family movie. This is made for children. Oh my gosh. When I was 10 years old, I was crushed.
The end of Toy Story 3. Whew.
It's so good. Like
Gets
I
me.
don't like I never really want to rewatch this, but it's so good. It is really good. Lotso, I think Lotso's a great character. That's another one of those where it's like he's the friend, turns out to be the villain, but you know what? Who cares? He smells like strawberries. That's all that matters. But have you ever smelled the Lotso
Plush bears?
bears from like the Disney stores?
Yeah.
So good. I always wanted one of those. But yeah, Toy Story 3 is great. Toy Story 4 is also great, and I think it's so underrated because because it's just good. It's really good. Like I think it's just as good as all the other ones, to be honest. Not as good as Toy Story, but it's funny, it's emotional. It's not completely necessary, but it's the ending of Woody's story, where Toy Story 3 was the end of Andy's story. So I think it's fine, and I think it's really good. So it's going in the great tier. Up. It's also going in the great tier. I will say Up is the first, like 10, 15 minutes are probably not probably, are the best thing Pixar's ever created. And then, once they get to Paradise Falls, it kind of gets a little less good. But Russell, my boy, good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54, Sweat Lodge 12. Are you in need of any assistance today, sir? Yeah, Russell is the greatest character of all time. I love Russell so much. So for that reason, it's great. Even though the rest of the movie isn't that good, I still do enjoy it a lot. But yeah, the first half of the movie is my favorite part. But yeah, Russell, iconic. I love Russell. I found the snipe. So good. Um, Wally. Wally's also great. It's funny. I hated this movie as a kid. This is
Really?
the worst movie for a kid. I know a lot of my friends growing up, so this is like their favorite movie. It's like, how? This movie's garbage. Like for kids, like it's like a silent film for like the first 45 minutes. So like that's
Yeah.
just boring for a kid. I hated this movie. Then I rewatched it a couple years ago, maybe. It's the last time I saw it. Maybe last year. No, it's 2020, I think. But it's great. It's really good. Um, it is better once they get into space, I will say. But I do think that first part is really good. The part that I used to hate as a kid. It is really good, even though there's not a single word spoken for like 45 minutes. It is incredible. The music's great. Michael Giacchino, again,
Back at it again.
genius. But yeah, Wally's great. And we're now to our final one with Lightyear. Kind of tricky. I'm gonna put it in great. I loved it. I thought it was great. It's probably the worst one on this great tier. Well, it definitely is the worst one on this great tier. But I thought it was really good. I loved it. I mean, it's a movie about Buzz Lightyear made in 2022. I mean, that just brought me back to being a child. It was so cool. But yeah, that's my tier list. I'm gonna attempt to rank these now.
Oh boy.
The Incredibles, obviously number one. Finding Nemo, number two. I don't know. Monsters Inc. 3, Toy Story 4, I think. Then we'll go Inside Out, maybe. Yeah, I'll go Inside Out. We'll go Ratatouille. We'll go Toy Story 2. We'll go Wally. Wally or Soul? I feel like nostalgia makes me want to say Wally. Even though I hated that movie as a kid, nostalgic reasons. I'm gonna put Wally I'm gonna put Wally there. Soul. Up. Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 is really good. I always forget that. Toy Story 3. Toy Story 4. Ooh, I don't know. Coco or Lightyear? Okay. You know what? I'm bumping Coco up to great.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I'm bumping Lightyear down to good.
Oh.
Okay, this is tricky because I feel like is Coco better than Lightyear?
I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know. See, I'm looking at my ranking list on Letterboxd, and I have Coco above Lightyear. So I think that might be wrong. I might need to update that. Okay, because I don't think Lightyear's. I really like Lightyear. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay, I have Coco above Luca too on my ranked list. I need to rewatch Coco, don't I? Yeah, I definitely do. You know what? Here's what we're doing. Coco, Luca, Lightyear. Yeah, I just love Pixar. They all deserve great. That's what I'm gonna do. And then we're going Monsters University. And then we're going Finding Dory. Will not let me change this. Actually, no, we're not. We're going Onward. Then Finding Dory. Then A Bug's Life. Then Turning Red. Then The Good Dinosaur. Then Cars 3.
Oh.
You know what? Maybe put Cars 3 above that. Then Brave. Then Cars 2. That's the ranking. That's the ranking. It's subject to change once I rewatch Inside Out, A Bug's Life, and Coco. But that's what it is for now. So that's been a fun little tier list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of all the Lightyear Pixar discussion we have for today. So we're gonna move on into some upcoming movies and shows. What do we have coming up in the world of movies? We've got
Right.
Elvis.
Yeah, we don't really have a lot coming out this week, I don't think.
Yeah, got Elvis and Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Yeah.
What's it titled?
Marcel the Shell with the shoes on.
With shoes on. Okay.
Which is, it's looking a little concerning because on Fandango it doesn't have any show times within 100 miles of us. And
Yeah, it's a very limited, as every A24 movie is.
Yeah.
Very limited release. Wow, we're in Indianapolis. Usually there's the one theater in Indianapolis plays all the A24 movies.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, I'm hoping they have that.
Mm-hmm.
But Elvis, I'm excited for Elvis. I've heard really good things about it. Long movie though.
Yeah.
That concerns me, but I've heard it's great. So
Yeah.
if a movie needs to be that long, I don't think any movie needs to be that long except for like franchise movies that like Avengers Endgame, sure. That deserves 3 hours. The Batman, I'm fine with the runtime, but it didn't need to be that long. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for Elvis. Marcel the Shell, I'm also excited for. I'm really hoping I can watch it though.
Yeah. TV coming up this week.
We've got some good TV. Tonight, at the time of this recording, Kenobi. Yeah, Kenobi. Season finale. Series finale? We don't know. Sounds like they want a season 2, but I don't know. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because Deborah Chow, Ewan McGregor have all said they. Hayden Christensen says he wants to keep playing Darth Vader. Ewan McGregor wants to play Obi-Wan again. Deborah Chow said there's more story to be told. It's gonna happen. I mean, especially the reaction that the series has gotten so far. It's gonna happen. Like they're not gonna stop with this. If people are definitely gonna watch it, obviously.
Right.
So yeah, Kenobi season finale comes out tonight. I'm gonna say season finale because it's gonna happen. There's gonna be another season. I already know it.
Our recap episode coming soon.
Yes. At the time of this recording, Kenobi will have already come out. And maybe our Kenobi episode will be out. I don't know. We might drop a couple episodes this week.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I thought I'm not really going to say much about it because we have an episode covering it. So
yeah,
we'll just leave it at that. Ms. Marvel going to drop another episode. I have really enjoyed the show so far.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Keeping on the Marvel streak with
every other show. Every other show is good.
Yeah.
Moon Knight, bad. Ms. Marvel, good so far. I'm a little worried where they're gonna go with it because it's 2 episodes in. We don't really have a villain or any idea of like a villain. Like the one dude and his mom are probably gonna be the villain, I guess. What it seems like. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna team up. Maybe they're gonna team up. I don't know. There's no indication of a villain. It's 2 episodes in. So what I feel like they're gonna do is they're gonna rush, because it's like this coming of age story first, and there's like superheroes on the side. So I feel like they're gonna try to rush this villain and the superhero stuff, and just like it all happens at the end, kind of like they've done with every series, which is the problem with the 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should make it 8 episodes because that's kind of what every other show does, it seems to be. And not a fan of the Disney Plus 6 episode thing.
Yeah.
Everything feels too rushed. Like Kenobi's already over.
I know, that's insane. It feels like it just started like 2
Like
weeks ago. Well,
tomorrow, Ms. Marvel will be halfway done.
that's literally insane.
And like when you do weekly releases like this, I feel like you gotta have 8 episodes. Like
Mm.
if you drop everything at once and 6 episodes is enough to like not rush a story, then sure. I mean, I'm always for like don't make a show a specific amount of things just to have that number of episodes. Like I think every show should be different. If Miss Marvel needs 6 and Moon Knight needs 8, then do that. Why is there like a rule where Disney Plus have to have 6 episodes?
Was it
Wasn't
that way? Was it that way with like Book of Boba Fett too? Did that
Yeah,
have 6 episodes?
I'm pretty sure every show. I think WandaVision was 8, wasn't it?
WandaVision was like 8 or 9, I feel. No, it was
Yeah,
8, I think.
and that was like the first Disney Plus show. I feel like since they like,
Yeah. Huh.
and yeah, every other one has been 6, and it's yeah,
Weird.
I don't like it.
I feel like Mandalorian had a few more than.
Well, Mandalorian has 8,
Okay, that's what I thought.
like the early ones, but like lately,
Yeah, that's weird. I don't
yeah.
like that.
Anyway, The Boys, another episode drops this week. One of the best shows on TV. Only Murders in the Building comes back. I'm
Exciting.
not sure when, June 28th, I believe. Very excited for that. Season 1 is amazing.
Yeah.
Love the cast. They're so good together. Excited for season 2. Heard great things so far from the few people who've seen it.
Yeah. We've also got the Baymax series coming out on Disney Plus next Wednesday, I believe, the 29th.
So excited for that. Which
Yeah.
that brings up another point. I don't. It's kind of annoying that everything is a Disney Plus series. Like they're not making movies anymore. Like I feel like Big Hero 6 should have been a sequel movie. I don't know. I just don't like how everything's a series now. Like I much rather would have seen a Big Hero 6 movie sequel. But
Yeah. I'm still looking forward to
I
it
love
regardless.
Baymax. I love Big
Yeah.
Hero 6, and I think Big Hero 6 is one of the most underrated Disney movies.
Mhm.
That's the one I was trying to think of earlier, I think. It's great. But yeah, it's kind of all we got coming up. Not a lot of movies coming out. To be honest, there's not a lot of movies coming out this summer.
No, kind of disappointing.
We've got the big one, Minions, coming out soon.
Oh yeah. Discover
Right,
it and
we
it'll
will.
be.
That's the best seat in the house. Best seats in the house for that one, of course.
Oh
We will
yeah.
be drinking our banana ices
Yes.
in the best seats in the house for Minions, The Rise of Gru. We will be there.
We will be there.
Um, but yeah, not a lot coming out this summer. Like
No.
seriously, like we got like Elvis, Marcel the Shell, and Minions coming out in the next couple weeks. I
We
can't
got
think of a single
Thor.
thing coming after that. Like Thor, yeah, of course. Thor. How could I forget about Thor? Thor. That's like the last thing though. Like I can't think of anything coming out after Thor.
I know there's
Probably so
Thor.
many things that I'm just not thinking of, but like it's kind of a weak summer to be honest.
I mean, we've got Thor. Um, Nope.
Yeah, Nope is coming out.
The only other one I can think of is Where the Crawdads Sing, but I feel like that's not going to be. I don't know. It'll be fine, I think, but nothing huge.
What is that?
It's based off of a book. I don't really know how to even describe it, but
Who's in that? And who directs it? Anybody?
I don't know who directed it, but it's what's her face from Fresh, Daisy Edgar Jones.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for that. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, but that's not like a big release. There's really no big releases. Like the summer's like when all the blockbusters come out. Like what's happening? Like there's obviously Top Gun, there's Lightyear, and there's Thor, which are big, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You would think after like COVID happening and no movies got released that like this would be such a big year now that like things are like better than they were a year ago and 6 months ago. But I don't know. I guess there have been a lot of movies that have come out last year too. So, and I think 2023 is going to be another great year. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah,
there will be movies coming out.
There will
There's probably going to be a lot of random movies that we don't expect to want to see that are coming out, just like April. Our month of April is insane.
Yeah, April was crazy. It'd be like, there's nothing coming out this month, and then we're like, okay,
What?
we don't
It's
have enough
really
A-list reservations to get through everything this month.
Yeah, it's crazy. I will still stand by Dog as one of the best movies of the year.
Dog was
Dog
really
is so
good.
underrated.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Honestly, it's like my 6th best movie of the year on my ranked list, I think.
See, it's the weirdest thing because there were a few movies like that in The Lost City and a few other ones that we were like, these are just not going to be good. And then we went to see them and we're like, that was actually like good /
Yeah.
okay.
I remember seeing the trailer for Dog in the Lost City. I'm like, this looks so bad.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
the reviews came out and they're like, these are really good. I'm like, no way these are
Yeah.
good. So then we went and saw them. They're good.
Yeah.
Dog was really good, I think. The Lost City was good for the first half, and then the second half was kind of boring, but it's still good. But that's kind of that kind of wraps everything up. Nothing really else to talk about. We did our Pixar list. We did our Lightyear discussion. And we got some discussion about the industry and some things coming out soon. So it's been another episode. We may give you 2 episodes this week. I don't know. We'll see. So stay tuned for more That Sure Was a Movie. And hope to see you next time. Follow us on TikTok.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram.
At
Follow
That
us
Sure
on
Was a
social
Movie
medias. If you
podcast.
follow us on Instagram and not TikTok, go over to TikTok because we don't post everything on Instagram.
We post goofy stuff on TikTok.
Recently, we got 17,000 views on a TikTok. So head over there. We got some good stuff.
Got good stuff coming too.
Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.